Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you another Dragon Ball discussion. And today I want to talk to you guys about whether or not Moro is actually a god of destruction. And I gotta say before we get into the video, man, it feels so good to be able to say that. Like, I've not used that type of intro for a very long time over on this channel, and so it's so nice to be able to do that. I thank you guys for the support as we begin to rebuild this channel that was wrongfully shut down for 9 months by YouTube. So with that out the way, let's get back into the video. So I gotta say, man, I'm not a huge fan of this theory that Moro is a god of destruction. I feel like it opens up more plot holes than it would actually be worth trying to explore. And so the reason why I feel like this is we know that a god of destruction can step down and another mortal can take their place and essentially ascend into godhood. We know based on the manga that Vermouth or Belmod in the anime was able to become a god of destruction because his god stepped down. In the manga, they revealed that Vermouth actually became god of destruction after he was a member of the Pride Troopers and ascended once his god stepped down, and he's done it ever since. And in the manga, they go out their way to kind of point out the fact that he's been doing it for thousands of years and that sooner or later Toppo's going to take his spot. And in the anime, we actually see Toppo transform into a quasi god of destruction. But when it comes to Moro, while I do concede that that is something that is very likely to happen, again, I don't like the idea, but I do concede it's likely. I think that there's a few inconsistencies that we have to look at. So if Moro is a god of destruction, he would essentially be the first god of destruction we've seen that's using magic. And I could be mistaken on that. Like, I could be mistaken. Obviously, I know my Naruto better, I know my Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball, like I say all the time, Dragon Ball is my first love. Naruto's what I married, okay? So when I think about all the interactions we have with gods of destruction, I haven't seen them use magic. And when it comes to Moro, this is a character who feels like he's more of a Bobbity type character where he's rooted more in magic. That's what I personally love about him. I love that aspect of his character. And if you reduce him to being just some god of destruction or former god of destruction, I feel like that's going to ruin the character. I feel like sticking with the magic element is something that's so awesome, and at the same time I can see silver lining with this. So when it comes to Moro and how he uses his magic, Moro takes the key and the life force out the person. Moro's shown being able to drain the life force out of a planet and destroy planets. We don't have to just see a god destroy planets by tapping his finger like Beerus did in one of the first episodes of the Dragon Ball Super anime. We don't have to see them blowing up planets with huge ki blasts. This would be something that's a nice derivative, or this would be something that's a nice diversion from what we're usually accustomed to. So if they go that route, I could buy into it, but part of the reason why I don't think that this is the best decision is if Moro is a former god of destruction, wouldn't Whis know about him? Now obviously you'd have to explain, you know, why Whis didn't know about Moro. You have to explain how Whis even became the angel for Universe 7, because Moro's operating Universe 7. Is he a god of destruction from another universe? I mean, that's something I have to look at, but I don't think that's the case. And then you also have to look at the fact that Moro got into it with the Fat Supreme Kai. So if that's the case, the Kaioshin are gods of creation. You have the gods of destruction. If you have the fact that they destroy things, and if they get into some type of squabble because of that, then you have to explain it. And I don't think that there's enough there to justify that level of payoff. And going a step further, if we're going to get more exploration of the god hierarchy, which is definitely something I want to see. I want to see more with the Hakaishins. I want to see more with the Kaioshin. I definitely want to see more with the Makaoshin, basically the demon world Kaios. Like, I want to see more exploration. I'm a sucker for lore, but I don't think Moro's that character that we need to use that for, because again, it would have to go down one of those routes I think would be more fan servicey than anything else. But I want to know from you guys, how do you feel about Moro potentially being a god of destruction? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching only to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.